Hey, what's going on YouTube, man? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a tremendous day, man. It's your boy Jacob Jones here, man. I just want to welcome you guys to another Mr. Uncut 12 conversation featuring me, your boy Jacob Jones, man. Hope everybody's doing really well today, man. So look, let me go on and jump up into these topics really quickly. So just kind of like three things is going to trigger down real quick in this video, and I'm going to let you guys go on and finish up what you guys got to do. Now, the three topics that I'm going to be talking about today is women empowerment in higher positions, 50-50 split in your household, and would you feel some type of way if your significant other, aka your woman, made more than you? So pretty much this is just about me empowering our women. So to my fellas, I'm sorry ahead of time. I figured I'd let you guys know. But anyway, so I want you guys just to think about really quickly. Okay, if you're in a relationship, let's think about money-wise. Are you comfortable with your significant other making more than you? And also, how are things in the household? Are they split like 50-50? The breadwinner pays everything? And would you feel some type of way if your woman made more money than you did? So those are things that I want you guys to think about really quickly. Now, I know, you guys are looking like, Jacob, why are you talking about it? Like, why does that matter? Like, women should just stay in their place. And I hear that a lot. Women should just stay in your lane, stay in your place, let us men take care of everything. But I'm feeling like times have changed. We're in the year 2019. 2020 is right around the corner. Gosh, I'm getting old. My 10-year high school year's coming. Woo, I'm getting old. But anyway, so that's the thing that I'm looking at. And, I hear these old cliches all the time. Man, women should stay in their place. They should be in the kitchen. Bitch, go make me my sandwich. Da, da, da. You hear that all the time. Go learn how to put an apron on and wash dishes. And I feel like that, times have changed. I feel like that we should be, empowering women more to go and, do certain things, especially like when it comes to, working and everything like that. Like for me, I graduated from, college, as you guys can see, is my shirt, Friendsmere University. I went there. I would never want, a woman to feel like that she can't be in a position of power. I remember I was watching, I think it was the Women's National Championship in basketball a couple years back. And I think Muffet McGraw, if hopefully I'm saying her name correctly, she was the Notre Dame head coach. And, she was kind of talking about how women needs to be more women in power. And I thought, wow, that's good. I mean, that's smart to really think about, because I feel like that a lot of women are in power. Because if you think about it, the person who's dominating their game is Gino Auriemma. He's a man, and he coaches UConn women's basketball. Arguably, they're the best program, basically, in the NCAA. And I get it, because he's a man, and especially with it being a woman's sport, I feel like that, you want to see more women of power. And so, like, to give it an example, I look at, sports in general, like, you see guys coaching men. And I feel like that, I think we're transitioning to where I think we'll see women start coaching men, which I'm in all the favor of. I feel like, I'm looking at it from that standpoint of, just that from that standpoint. I think that's important. I mean, we want to empower our women for them to further that. You look at it from a job standpoint. For me, I'm working, with, social services and everything like that. And, one of the people that I work with that I see every day is one of my supervisors, and she's a woman. And, she's been there for like 20 something years and, worked. And, our regional director is a male. And I don't have a problem with that. I mean, he's a really cool guy. I'm not saying he doesn't work hard or anything, but he's doing the things that he's supposed to do. But I feel like that, he's kind of very just like even killed. And I feel like that she would be, a little bit better, for the job, especially for the fact that, she's, a woman, of course, and she's black. And, we want to see our people in a position of power, because I think that's important to show, like, because there's a lot of women that work in the office where I work at. And, And I think that would be huge, at least to see like, wow, she's empowered. I can move those things. And I feel like that, society limits, women in a way, because they're used as sex symbols and stuff. And I feel like that, your power shouldn't be limited. I feel like that women should be put in positions like school. I look at it from school wise. I see these women graduate from college and stuff in schools every day. I would encourage, I feel like this. Let me say this, especially first. Men, us as men, I feel like that we should be taking the time to encouraging women. If you're going to school, working, anything, I support you. Like if you with somebody, I just want you to turn and be like, man, I support you. I love you. We have to be able to do those things. We gotta support them, because if we're not, it's gonna be looking bad on us, and we don't want that to happen. But that's how I look at it. And like, if you go to college and stuff, encourage girls. Hey, be more than the cute face and the fat ass and some nice titties. Go to school, get your degree, further your education. Like, we need to be supporting women and putting them in the positions to be successful. I feel like, hey, if you want to go be in, like, I talk to a lot of girls when they go to college. I want to be a nurse. Okay, cool. I want to be a teacher, accountant, whatever. Like, encourage that. Hey, I want to go back to graduate school. I'm down for that. I want you to move up in these fields. I feel like that women should be able to do that, because we talk about equal pay. They don't bring in enough revenue and all this other stuff I see on news and sports and everything. I feel like that it doesn't matter if they're doing the same thing that men is doing. We've got to turn to our women, pick them up, and be like, look, y'all, we support y'all. We're gonna encourage y'all, and we're gonna let y'all be able to do things going forward. And I feel like that we have to do that, especially as men and as a society. And I'm down for that. One of the things I also look at too is like, I get these, talk amongst my guy friends or whatever, like, how would you feel like, if your girl, made more than you? I tell them, I don't give a damn. I mean, hey, if you putting yourself in a position, if women are putting themselves in a position to be great, by all means, more power to you, boo. I can't be mad at you. You put in the work to get yourself in this position. If you a CEO, a regional director, a supervisor, manager, whatever, you put yourself in this position to be successful. I feel like I should be nothing. My responsibility should be cheering you on and being like, hey, look, I'm proud of you. Like, if my girl makes more than me, that's fine. I don't mind that. I'm comfortable in 2019 going in 2020. My girl can make more than me, because I'm gonna tell you, and this some real shit. I be seeing a lot of times, a lot of shit, posts and everything. Bitches be like, don't depend on a nigga. Get yourself straight. Cause you don't have to depend on nobody else. If you can do you on your own, you ain't gotta worry about anybody else. That's a bonus. It's a luxury. That's what I tell people. It's a great opportunity. Like, okay, say I'm with somebody, say she's a nurse, right? And she goes to school to be a doctor, and she makes way more guap than I do. I'm not encouraging that, baby. Secure your bag. You put yourself in this position to do that. I have no problem with that. I know it might hurt some male's ego. Like, I just wouldn't be upset. I feel like that times have changed, and it's hard. I mean, look, y'all, I'm gonna be 1,000. Look, I live with my mama still, and I'm 27 years old, and I'm helping her with the bills and stuff. And we got 2 incomes coming in, so this whole, I mean, yeah, it's rough sometimes, but I mean, we make it work. I mean, this whole notion of like, oh, we can't, you just gotta have 1 income coming in. No, I'm comfortable. I feel like more men should be comfortable with their women making more money than they do, because I think that's so important. I think that's so huge, because we're encouraging our women to push forward and do bigger things. I have absolutely no problem with if my girl made more than me, because she put herself in that position. I'm proud of her. I just think that we have to encourage women to be able to do that, because we look at it as a negative. Like, I have my best friend of mine. I love her dearly. She's a good person. She will remain nameless in this video, but she's in a relationship with her boyfriend. And one of the things when they first met was that he suggested, hey, come move in with me. You ain't got to work. I'm going to take care of everything. And I told her, look, that's his mindset. I have no problem with that. If that what he thinks is acceptable, I can't change that man's opinion. But I told her on the back end, you went to school, you got your degree, you want to, you know what I'm saying, go back to school. We talk like every week. I try to support her. Girl, go back to school. Get your education. I know you're gonna get it, because at least you can say that you do it, and you're working to achieve your goals. Because here's my pushback. And then, well, let me say this though. Let me give you guys another example. I have another friend of mine who I went to college. I knew this girl since high school. She's actually married now, and she's expecting to have a baby like sometime in the beginning of next year. I think like January-ish. And I remember, me and her were talking one time when I got to work one day, and her, basically her. Well, I mean, they done kind of hashed it out, but her husband, they were talking, and he was like, he felt like he should have been the guy bringing in the money, not her. And I was kind of like, well, no, you guys can work it out to where you guys are both bringing money in, so that way you guys are both helping out with the situation. Because I'm gonna give you guys a real life example. Like, I used to work for economic services. People who used to call in about getting food stamps and stuff like that, right? So a lot of times the women would be, I'm gonna just keep it real, they would be white women, would be stay-at-home moms, and the husband works. He brings home like $2,000, $1,800, $2,100 a paycheck. And I think, I have no problem with that. If that's what you decide to do for your family, cool. That's your household, whatever. But this would be my pushback. What if something happens to him? What if he gets laid off or stop working? That's a possibility. And if you're not working and you're not contributing, or you're not refocusing on your goals, then what you have to fall back on. And I think that's the thing that, that's a real life situation. Like, it just shouldn't be like, stuff like that. Like, no, continue to push forward, because if he stops working, how they going to support their family? How their bills and stuff are going to get paid? That's a real life thing. And then too, okay, say you guys, look, say you cool with your girl making more than you. You encourage her to be in a position of power. How is the bill split? I feel like this. 2020 transitioning, 2019 transitioning to 2020. I think that, women and men in the household should split the bills 50-50. Divide it up. I'm going to tell you guys this. Me and my supervisor was talking at the job. And she was telling me, she got married at 24, a young age, was married for 17 years before she divorced her husband. She's about to get married again, I think sometime in March. She told me, this is how it went. She was raised by her grandparents. She was like, hey, look, when the man come home from work, have his plate ready. By the time he get done washing his hands, iron his clothes, you fold his clothes, you wash them, you cook, you clean, you do all the whole thing. That's what she was brought on. And I said, hey, look, I understand that's how it is. That's how you was brought up on. And she was telling me, like, man, she used to, come home and, she used to tell me 13 years, fold his clothes, wash the dishes, everything like that. She said when he got home, the time he washed his hands, bam, his plate was on the table, ready to go, ready to eat. As soon as he walked in the house, she said, I wash all that, boom. But see, I'm gonna tell you, she said after about 13 years, got tired of it. Because, but it's the thing though, with the bills. She said, well, he made more money than I did. And, we was doing 50-50 with the bills. Like, she was paying like some bills, and, he was straight. And, she was struggling like how to balance her money and everything like that. And I'm not saying that, but hear me out though. I'm not, and after a while, she was like, hey, look, you're gonna have to pick up some of the slack. Done. Here's my thing. I think you guys, what I mean by 50-50, it's not like that. Like, I feel like that, and she just told me that, it was, trying to rephrase my words. I'm sorry, y'all. Basically, what I was trying to get out with that story was, she just kept, struggling to pay her bills on her end while he was making the most money. I feel like that, for me, especially with a household, it should be 50-50. Like, it shouldn't just be the wife having to cook, clean, do the dishes, iron my clothes. No. It should be 50-50. Meaning, like, hey, I wash the clothes one week, you wash clothes next week. Hey, babe, I cook this week, you cook next week. Like, you can divide it up. Like, that's what I mean. I mean, of course they divorced or whatever, but you know, that's my whole point. Like, you can do things like that, like with the bills and stuff. Hey, look, I got this, you got this, you pay this, I pay that, and it works like that. Now she's actually about to get remarried. She says, you know, with the dude she's with now, you know, they split everything 50-50. Like, he'll pay this, she'll pay that, he'll pay this, she'll pay that. They go out. Okay, say they're going to a movie and dinner. He'll do the movie, she'll do the dinner, or he'll do the dinner, she'll do the movie. And then if they drive somewhere, he'll drive there, she'll drive back, or vice versa. She'll drive there, he'll drive back, he'll drive there, you know, just like that. So that's what I mean by like 50-50, like dividing it up to where, you know, it can work like that. Because I would want my girl to be like that. Not saying like I gotta pay everything, but let's divide it up. Like, hey, you take care of this bill. Like, for example, right? Hey, look, I do the rent. Hey, you get the light bill. Cool. Rent's paid, lights on. Bam. Middle of the month come. All right. Hey, look, I got the payment on the van. Look, you pay the insurance, pay the cable bill, internet, whatever. Boom. We good. That's it. Like, it's gotta be like that 50-50. I love that idea, because I feel like that is times have changed and things are different, where we have to be able to adjust to those things. And I feel like that if you can work it to where you can manage it, it can be 50-50 instead of it being on one person. And I think that's great. And I feel like a lot of couples should go into that direction. What I mean by 50-50, where you guys are making a mutual agreement, like, okay, I'm gonna pay this, you pay that, because then look, that builds trust, that builds communication, that's sexy to me, because they be like, oh girl, he coming in, he cooking for me, paying the bills. Or you be like, man, baby hooking me up, helping me out. Man, look, I'm telling y'all, man, that'll be so much, that'd be so great, instead of putting so much pressure on one person. But hey, look, you guys, I appreciate you guys, man, checking out this video as always, man. And I just appreciate the support, man. If you're new to my channel, please like this video, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Also, man, my social media is going to be below in the link. If you have any video topics you guys want me to do, any questions, concerns, anything like that, that'd be great, man. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for everything, man, the patience and support. It's so appreciated, man. I'm out. Until again, man, Jacob Jones is out. Until the next Mr. Uncut 12 conversation.